view of the creek here.
Well, Dad and I were just walking down the side of the creek right here, and we're trying to find a good cut for where these deer cross up into our area, and we were trying to find a good spot for a trail camera, and I looked down and there's a shed that we missed during the spring here, in the late fall spring. So it looks to be a decent sized one, so I'm gonna go over and grab it. I'll get it to you guys here.
I felt when the buck was jostling itself, you know, in the water, crossing the creek.
Just a 6-point side if it had its other side.
How many hours did we search for antlers in March, and we couldn't find one? And it's what always happens. You always find them when you're not looking. You're just out walking in the woods, but when you're looking for them.
But obviously it's probably this year. I mean, it's been in the water and stuff, but you can tell we probably have this buck on trail camera at some point. It's not too far, so. But all right, it's a win for today anyway, so.
We're out setting trail cameras. We got 2 trail cameras set, trying to locate, actually 2 bucks in particular. July 31st, and we are about 2 months away from bow season, so pink envelopes are in. Everybody's getting their doe tags, so everything's starting to happen.
Yep.
All right, on we go.
Sounds good.
All right, well, me and Aunt decided we're just probably another 100 yards down the creek, and we just decided to start watching some trails. We're looking for like a little new area, as we said before, a creek crossing in here. And sure as anything, we came around. When we're looking for sheds, we can't find them. We spent, I don't know how many hours. We probably had at least 20 hours in the shed in March.
Easily, yeah.
Couldn't find any. Now we found our second shed for the day just walking around here.
And it's right there. It's another nice one. And this one looks like it's less beat up from weather.
Got the same tendency there. No brow tine, but
yeah, looks like we'll have to pull the other one out. I don't think that's a match. I think the other one.
Yeah, this looks. This is definitely a this year one. It still looks like a fresh antler there, but it's got a good characteristic of a long tine deer there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we are back out checking trail cams. It is September 4th. And we came to our first camera spot, and this is what we found, an empty stick. So right away we assumed that maybe somebody stole it, but we were in such the middle of a clear cut, we just weren't quite sure. There's a lot of bear in the area, so we thought just possibly a bear might have grabbed it. And we started looking around. Actually, we brought out the girls today. We got Bobby and Sydney here. And Sydney actually found the first bungee cord to the camera right about in this area here. So then we thought, okay, well, maybe a bear did grab it. And then we got old Detective Anthony on the scene here.
But so after she found that one bungee cord, Dad just kind of kept going down this. It's a lot wider in here now from us walking down it, but we ended up finding he found another bungee cord off the trail. So we just kind of kept going down there. And I found the trail camera laying face down like this, like against a rock. And that's how I spotted it from a ways away. If it would have laid face up with the camo, I probably wouldn't have seen it. But you can tell that a bear got his tooth in there, and there's water all inside of it, but he actually broke the gate. So
we still got the SD card.
Yep, the SD card is in there. But
know what bear to kill this year.
But the bear actually took it off in his mouth and carried it the whole way down there and then let it go. So we thought for sure someone stole it. We couldn't believe that it actually is a. Yeah, we'll be able to see the whole thing on camera, hopefully.
We can link in the pictures with our video here.
But yeah, so debacle number 1 solved. That's what, between finding sheds in July and finding a camera that a bear took off, but I guess we'll just keep going here. We have 2 more cameras to check. So
yeah. And it's raining. It's raining for the first time the whole summer. So.
Soaked with sweat and rain. So, but we'll keep you guys updated down on the trail here.
Yeah, it hardly gives us a problem.
There you go. Dad tip number 1: let everybody walk in front of you so they get the cobwebs on them. I've been doing this for years.
Hi everyone. So you probably won't see me too much in Pennsylvania this year. You actually won't see me at all, because recently I moved to Montana. As you can probably tell behind me, it is full-fledged fall here, and reason I moved is because I got a pretty good job opportunity in the outdoor industry here. Kind of an opportunity for me to carry out my dream of moving out west. But next year I plan on coming back to Pennsylvania for some deer hunting. Hopefully get back to bear camp too. And right now I'm actually headed up north to do some scouting with my buddy who has a farm up there, and we're going to do some scouting on some public land up here and do some fishing. Right now it's just archery season, so I only have, this year I just have a cow elk tag and then a whitetail doe tag. So for here it's a deer bee and an elk bee. My dad and my brother, they'll still be out hunting this year. They have a camera. They have the same one I'm holding right now. So they'll be getting some video this year, hopefully. Archery season, of course, starts very soon. And hopefully they can get one on the ground here from the trail cam pictures that they sent that you're going to see right here in this video. It looks pretty good. They actually want to touch on 2 bucks that we got on trail cam last year, which is this big one and then this 8-point. Fun fact is I actually saw that 8-point on the Sunday that we were allowed to archery hunt. And funny how it's almost as if that buck knew that Sundays were off limits to hunters. And that's when I saw it on the one Sunday that we can hunt in archery season. So I saw him, he was chasing a doe. I threw everything I had at him, and I absolutely just could not get him off that doe. And so from what we know, nobody has shot either of those bucks. We've asked around, we've been watching local Facebook groups and stuff to see if anybody would post something like that. We asked basically all the local camps, and some of them have seen that buck before, and on their trail cameras, that is, and they didn't see or know of anybody that got that buck. So hopefully that one's still around. He was a very smart buck. He definitely knew what areas in the woods were danger, like where my stand was, where I saw him. It was a little bit open towards closer you got to it. So it was good for archery, a good archery spot, but he knew that wherever that doe went is where he went, but you could just tell that he was an experienced buck. He knows which areas could be potential danger. So he'll be a tough one to get, but you never know. All it takes is just one time for him to slip up. So there was those 2 bucks that are still on the hit list as of now. And then we also got this really nice, kind of weird looking buck. A bunch of kickers. His left side is pretty messed up, but still a unique buck. If I saw the buck, I'd probably shoot him just for management reasons. But he does have good mass and a little bit of a non-typical thing going. So there's that one on the list. And what you're also going to see is my spot that's in 4D, WMU 4D. I did a lot of scouting there last year. I hunted almost every single day of the season, including archery and rifle, in this stand. And I had a ton of bucks on trail camera. Great rut activity. And this 8-point that I saw in archery season, which is what you're seeing now, is actually one that I passed up. So you're going to see a little bit of a bonus footage here. I didn't put this in any of the videos last year because, well, one, I didn't shoot. It was on the last day of archery season. I was heading to bear camp that night. And so this is an 8-point that I probably could have shot. I should have shot. Honestly, I look back on it now. It was a nice 8-point for that area. Great buck for PA. I'm not sure what possessed me not to shoot, but in the back of my head, there was this big buck around.
Well, that was a pretty decent buck. It looked like a 6-point with no brow tines. I usually would consider shooting that deer this late in the archery season, but I decided to let him go. I tried to grunt him in just to get a better look at him, but he kind of took off. So hopefully that means there's a more dominant buck in the area. And I didn't try too hard with that buck there because I know I got trail cam pictures of a really big 8-point. That's the one that I'm targeting. I'm really hoping he comes around. That's the one I want.